हेलो, स्टार्ट करूं मैं?
Yes, sir.
ओके, दिस इज अल्ट्रा हाई मॉलिक्यूलर वेट पॉलीएथिलीन, UHMWPE, ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. If you will see the repeat unit of polyethylene, you will see CH2CH2. Very simple polymer. You can say the hydrocarbon. Carbon is there and hydrogen atoms are there. Okay, but very linear molecular chain, very linear polymer. The degree of polymerization that is around 40,000 or more than it. Ultra high molecular weight polyethylene fibers are manufactured which have molecular weight around 8 to 10 lakhs. You can write down this point. This question is asked so many times. What is the molecular weight of ultra high molecular weight polyethylene fiber forming polyethylene polymer? Your answer should be 8 to 10 lakhs for ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. For high molecular weight, ultra high or high molecular weight, that will come around 5 to 6 lakhs. For ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, it will be 8 to 10 lakhs. And if the molecular weight of polyethylene is less than 3 lakhs, the fiber manufacturing will not possible. Why? Because polymer is linear and there inert also. If molecular chain length will be small, then the molecular chain will not capable to interact with each other. Just like you can take the example of ropes. If you have 3 ropes, 4 ropes, which are very long, then it will be very easy to get it entangled. But if the rope length is only 1 meter and you want to keep it intact with each other, it is not very easy. So the same thing is here. Is it clear to everybody? How solvent works? If you will see the example of ultra high molecular weight polyethylene fiber, you want to dissolve or you want to dissolve some other high performance fiber, how solvent will work? The solvent will basically try to strike or start to strike on molecular chain where they are packed. Then it will break. First, it will break the weak van der Waals forces which are intact there in between molecular chains. Once the van der Waals forces or van der Waals linkages will break, then molecular chain will start to move. If there is no other linkages there. And finally, if you will enhance the temperature, still string is continued there, the molecular chains will get free and start to move here and there. So in this way, you will get the solution. Low density, and if you will see the property, low density and very high mechanical strength, tensile strength. And this ultra high molecular weight polyethylene fiber is widely used in ballistic protection, bulletproof jackets, bulletproof armors, because weight is less also. If you will use the this Kevlar in place of this ultra high molecular weight polyethylene fiber, what is the drawback with Kevlar in comparison of this fiber? The density of Kevlar is 1.44 or 1.47, and here density is 0.97, something like that. So 1.5 times higher. Density is higher, and it matters for a soldier who is working, who is delivering their duties at a height of 16,000 feet or 20,000 feet, where 1 gram also matters. So in this way, you can reduce the weight of bulletproof waste. VLDE 0.91, LDPE, very low density polyethylene 0.91, low density polyethylene 0.91 to 0.92, medium density polyethylene 0.92 to 0.94, high density polyethylene 0.94 to 0.96, and ultra high molecular weight polyethylene 0.965. So these are the density distribution among the various type of polyethylenes itself. Polymerization. You will see the synthesis of polyethylene or polypropylene. Both these polymers are synthesized with the assistance of Jaeger-Natta catalyst system. Ethane is used as a raw material. C2H4 is polymerized to get C2H4N by addition polymerization by using the Jaeger-Natta catalyst. Jaeger-Natta catalyst is a series of different salts which are used as a catalyst. HDPE, high density polyethylene, molecular weight that comes around 2 lakhs. Ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, molecular weight that comes around 10 lakhs. And that can spun only by gel spinning. I was mentioning in previous lecture that why gel spinning is there. What is the importance of gel spinning? When melt spinning is there, wet spinning is there, uh, dry spinning is there, dry jet wet spinning is there, then why gel spinning? Because if you want to handle the molecular weight around 10 lakhs, then we require gel spinning. Without gel spinning, it is not possible. And polydispersity of different polymers. What is this polydispersity? Polydispersity is basically the molecular weight distribution. Molecule difference in molecular chain length. If you will see the polymer, you will find thousands of molecular chains are there. If you extruded a fiber, in fiber cross section itself, you will find hundreds of molecular chains are there. But what is the variation in molecular chain length itself? So that is mentioned and characterized in terms of polydispersity. If you will divide W, this weight average molecular weight by number average molecular weight, this ratio is called as polydispersity. Polydispersity should be as low as possible. If it is close to 1, means all molecular chains have same length. As the value will increase, the variation in molecular chain length will increase. Major steps in gel spinning. Continuous extrusion of solution is possible. It is required. Spinning of solution and removal of solvent, that is also very crucial in case of gel spinning. Gelation and crystallization of polymer. Gelation means the hard, thick layer which forms on any liquid surface or any fiber surface, that is called as gelation. Super drying and removal of remaining solvent. The solvent which remains inside the fiber body, it should come out at the time of fiber drying or before fiber drying, because sometimes solvents are toxic in nature. If you will dry the fiber in open space, the solvent will convert into fumes, and that will inhaled by the human being which is working in surrounding. So that will create very serious problem to human health. This gelation and crystallization. Good solvent gives gelation at 100 degrees centigrade, but polymer crystallize easily from solution at 80 degrees centigrade. Means if you want to spin these type of fibers, the temperature of spinning bath that should remain 80 degrees centigrade. After spinning, solvent is recovered and recycled for next spinning. This is, you can say, the recycling process. After extraction of solvent, we will not throw it. We will reuse it after purification. After spinning, solvent is recovered and recycled for next spinning cycle. Solid content in solution, viscosity, temperature of spinning bath are major process parameters. For a successful spinning, these parameters should be controlled properly. What should be the solid content? I have already mentioned. It should be around 5% or less than it. Viscosity, again, it is very important. Temperature of spinning bath, 80 degrees centigrade. These are major parameters. If you will not control these parameters during spinning, you will not get good fiber. Drawing is mainly dependent on molecular weight and concentration. Molecular weight is too high, you can opt gradual drawing or gradient drawing. Concentration of molecular polymer in solvent, if it is too high, drawing will be difficult because entanglement of molecular chains will remain too high. Ultra high molecular weight fibers are multifilament fiber, denier per filament that may vary from 0.3 to 11 denier per filament, tenacity 5 Newton per tax, modulus 120 Newton per tax. 97% fibers are circular in cross section, but other shapes like dumbbell shape, dog bone shape, that can also be manufactured, but it's not so easy. It's difficult. Label crystallinity is 78%. What is label crystallinity? This is another term. You write down it. Label crystallinity is the amount of crystallinity which is developed in any fiber when you are providing the all favorable condition of crystallization. Or in other words, label crystallinity is the amount of crystallinity which is developed under maximum crystallization favorable conditions for any fiber. Crystal domains are available in nano and microfibrils. Most of the amorphous region is interface. You learn these things because nobody will tell you. Most of the amorphous region is interface. If you will see the just recall the morphology of nylon 6 fiber, where the crystalline regions are just like a brick, which is just placed inside a wall. Here, the amorphous region is interfaced. Amorphous region is connected with crystalline region as well as with other amorphous region. So, disintegration of amorphous region from crystalline region is very, very difficult. You can say that close to impossible. If you want to disintegrate, you have to melt the fiber or you have to dissolve the fiber. Only then you can disintegrate this connectivity. The property of ultra high molecular weight polyethylene fiber. This is comparison also, you can say. DSM Dynama. Dynama is basically manufactured by this Netherlands company, DSM. These are various grades. Dynama SK25, tenacity 25 grams per denier, modulus 608, elongation 3.5%. Dynama SK60, tenacity 28 to 35, modulus 760 to 1080, elongation 3.5. Dynama SK75, tenacity 38 to 45, and modulus is 1267 to 1552, elongation is 3.5 again. Dynama purity 46 to 44 to 46, and modulus is 1473 to 1480, too high modulus. Elongation is slightly less, 3.3. Dynama SK60 for Japan only, 29,895, and elongation 3.4. Dynama SK71 for Japan. Now this is another ultra high molecular weight polyethylene fiber, that is Spectra. Spectra 900, 1000 and 2000. Spectra 900, 26 to 31 grams per denier, modulus 850 to 820, and elongation 36 to 3.9. Spectra 2000, 38 to 39 grams per denier, modulus 1320 to 1450. हेलो, नमस्कार, कौन? हाँ भैया, मैं क्लास ले रहा हूँ अभी. 2.5 to 3.6% elongation is there. So in this way, if you will compare the tenacity This fiber is 10 to 15 times stronger than a steel fiber. Modulus, if you will see in terms of modulus, second to precursor means carbon fiber. Modulus is on second place if you will compare in all high performance fiber. And precursor and polyphenylene benzovis oxazole, PBO. In short, it is called as PBO. That is also very high modulus fiber. Low elongation at break, high energy to break. These are some extraordinary properties of this fiber. You will see the application of ultra high molecular weight polyethylene fiber, high tenacity braids. Braids, just like you can see small ropes or braids we are used for our shoe lacing like that, but these are not the braids for used for shoe lacing. These are high performance, high tenacity braids. High tenacity ropes, protective gloves, helmet and protective vests are manufactured by this fiber. Cycling gears, protective suits, drones, different type of drones are manufactured by these fibers. Armor suit, protective suits. Why drones? Because you have to fly the drone. For flying anything, we have to keep the temperature, its weight as low as possible. And that is possible only with a fiber which has density less than 1. And that is ultra high molecular weight polyethylene fiber. Dynamo fiber. In composite, if you will place the dynamo fiber like that, and if you will pour the epoxy and other resin, and you will make a composite material, then that material will be fantastic material that will perform up to maximum extent and various adverse situations also. This is another fiber which is called as the PBO, polyparaphenoline benzoisozole. The monomer which is used to synthesize this fiber is 4,6-diamino-1,3 vanillin diol dihydrochloride DABDO and terephthalic acid TA. Terephthalic acid, you know, one benzene ring is there and 2 COH group on both sides at para position. It is invented by Wolfram Dow Chemical Company. You know, this is very famous company, Dow Chemical. Union Carbide was the sister concern of this Dow Chemical. This is PBO. If you will see the actual atomic structure or atomic arrangement in the repeat unit of this PBO, you will see the actual configuration of atoms that looks like that. Toyobo, this is the Japanese company. Toyobo manufactured this fiber with the trade name of Xylon. Toyobo produced PBO with trade name of Xylon. Its tenacity is 37 centinewton per tax. And the commercial production of this fiber was started in 1998. This fiber stronger than Nomex, Kevlar, Dynama, and Spectra. Strength-wise, if you will see, then you will find this fiber is higher strength than these fibers. Here you can see the position of Xylon. Where is Xylon? Xylon at top. You are comparing with Xylon AS, Xylon HM, pararamid, aramid, carbon. So Xylon is on top. But there is a question. If you will see, sir, Xylon is on top, then why other fibers are there? All fibers have their specific applications, specific properties. It's not any single fiber which can solve all problems. There is no universal fiber. There is no universal solution. For a specific type of problem, we require a specific type of fiber. That's why a number of fibers are there, and still we are trying to synthesize new fibers also, because fibers has not fulfilled our need. At present, we require a fiber which have a surface which should be able to kill all viruses which comes on the contact of that fiber. Because this COVID-19 is major problem nowadays. So we require a fiber to manufacture such items like face mask. If virus comes on the top of the mask, the virus should kill immediately. So we require that type of fibers also. So we are trying to get those fibers also. That is the need of present time. If you will see the properties of PBO, its density is 1.54, modulus 1.54, tensile strength in centi-Newton per attack 37, tensile modulus centi-Newton per attack 1150. For regular fiber, for high modulus fiber, it is 1720. Elongation at break. For regular fiber, 3.5. For high modulus fiber, 2.5. Melting temperature, none. Means fiber will not melt it at all. Fiber will not melt. So if you will manufacture a suit or dress by Zylon fiber, the dress will not melt. That will not affect in any flame. So decomposition temperature in air, that is 650 degrees centigrade. Limiting oxygen index, I hope everybody know the limiting oxygen index, that is 68. But still I am trying to clarify limiting oxygen index. Our atmosphere has 21% oxygen. Rest is nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and other gases. So if a material requires less than 21% oxygen to burn, it will burn very easily. If a material requires more than 21, but safer side we consider as 25. If a material requires more than 25% oxygen to get it burned, that material will not burn easily, because material will not get the required amount of oxygen to sustain its flame. Then those type of material works like flame retardant materials. Here, Zylon require 68% oxygen to get it burned, and 68% oxygen will not be possible in an open environment. So this fiber is, you can say, the ideal flame proof fiber. I am saying flame proof. I am not using the word flame retardant. I am using the word flame proof. You will see the surface skin and fibular structure of PBO fiber. You will find the PBO fiber looks like that. Meheller Vario System GmbH started the weaving of PBO fiber. The high strength of PBO fiber leads to high ballistic protection by using this Zylon fiber. The other applications are means bulletproof vest you can make by using the Zylon. Zylon fiber means you can use for these type of applications also. For helmet, the drivers of Formula 1 car races, they use these type of helmets. Not the helmets which you get at Lalimli Chora. They are not manufactured by Zylon fiber. They are not safe itself. They are not meeting the our requirements, our standards also, BS standards. They are not meeting the BS standards. Only few companies in India, they are meeting the BS standards at helmet. So at the time of helmet purchasing, always should be very careful, and you have to read the literature of helmet. Which fiber is used as a reinforcing material in that helmet? Because you are an educated person, you are a textile person. So you have to confirm the type of material which is used in that item. So Zylon carbon hybrid fabric is also here for your demonstration. Now, I will not start this fiber because it will be too much for first day. Now you can ask your question. You can unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself. Mayank, Anjali, Preeti, you can unmute yourself and you can ask question if you have any question. Anjali? Ritika Raj?
Yes, sir.
बेटा कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो पूछिए.
No, sir.
कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है? If there is no question, it means there may be two situation. या तो किसी को कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया या सब कुछ समझ में आ गया. So which one is correct? ओके, एनीवे नो प्रॉब्लम. अगर आपको अभी क्वेश्चन नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, आप जितना मैंने पढ़ाया है इसका आप असाइनमेंट अपना जरूर बनाएंगे, और जब भी इंस्टीट्यूट नॉर्मल होके ओपन होगा, आई विल चेक योर ऑल असाइनमेंट्स एंड देयर विल बी 10 मार्क्स फॉर योर असाइनमेंट्स आल्सो. If situation will not improve, then we will find some other way to submit your assignment. In that situation, we ask the soft copy of your assignment. But you prepare your assignment. Don't forget. Don't leave it. You prepare your assignment on your notebook. That remains always beneficial for a student if you have your assignment. If you don't have your assignment, it will be very difficult for you. So you
So
require.
what will be the topic of our assignment? So included all the fibers.
Yes, yes. Whatever fiber I will teach you, you have to prepare your assignment, your notebook. In your notebook, everything should be there from your examination point of view, for a student point of view. Is it correct?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So you have to prepare it. You can take the help of any book or any research paper, anything you can take the help. Because nobody can say, sir ये पेपर नहीं खुल रहा है. कोई भी पेपर हो, कुछ भी हो, SCI हब में तो सब कुछ खुल रहा है ना आजकल. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
SCI हब आप लोगों को पता है? साइंस हब के बारे में आप लोगों को पता है या नहीं?
Yes, sir. I think in that there is lots of articles.
No, that is basically a search engine just like Google. किसी भी आर्टिकल का अगर आपको DOI, किसी आर्टिकल को आप देखिए, उसमें एक DOI नंबर लिखा होता है. DOI करके कुछ नंबर लिखा होगा आगे. उस DOI को पूरा कॉपी करिए और SCI हब का नीचे जैसे गूगल का बार खुलता है, ऐसे ही उसका खुलेगा, उसमें कॉपी कर दीजिए और सर्च करिए तो वो खुल जाएगा. और यू विल गेट दैट कंटेंट. आपको वो मटेरियल मिल जाएगा, वो कंटेंट मिल जाएगा. आप उसको प्रिंट ले सकते हैं, सेव कर सकते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. So you can say plenty of study material is available. You can't say a study material is not there, sir. I am not. A library facility is not there. How can we prepare our assignment? Nothing is like that. Everything is available at your door. Only you require a good internet connection and good laptop. And good willpower also. Hard working. Is there any other point?
No, sir.
Okay. So Mayank,
Yes, sir.
ये जितने लोग आज के क्लास में हैं, इससे इनका अटेंडेंस जरा कंफर्म कर दो.
ठीक है सर. ओके सर.
ठीक है ना? जितने लोगों ने ज्वाइन किया, इनका अटेंडेंस आज की कंफर्म कर लो. आई विल कलेक्ट फ्रॉम यू.
ओके सर.
ठीक है. और नेक्स्ट क्लास आई विल डिक्लेयर वेरी सून, बिकॉज आई वांट टू डिस्कस सो मेनी अदर थिंग्स आल्सो on this virtual platform, apart from your syllabus. Your syllabus is not any big issue. I will finish it on time. Okay, clear?
ओके सर. ओके सर.
इसमें ऐसे FT के कुछ ऐसे भी स्टूडेंट हैं जो मेरे साथ प्रोजेक्ट में हो, जिनका प्रोजेक्ट मेरे साथ असाइन किया हुआ. कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट तो नहीं है? Okay. Thank you. So we will meet again for next class.
Thank you, sir.
Oh,
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, sir.
thank you. welcome, बेटा.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
welcome,
Thank you,
welcome.
sir.